Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CT Cinema Retro Reviews. I'm BCT, okay? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for the love that you have been sending. Thank you so much for all the comments, the likes, the shares on all of the content. It is time to get into this episode. I want to introduce to my left, sidekick of all sidekicks, the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Young. How are you, man?
I'm fantastic, man. Really excited for today. We're about to, listen, it's going to be so good of a time. I'm ready. Let's go.
It really is about to be a good time. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my most requested
Yes.
Oh,
guest.
really?
Yes.
Don't talk yet. My most you're not on camera yet. Don't say nothing.
He's like, hey, don't talk.
They have no idea you're here yet. My most requested guest. When I tell you, people be in these comments, they be messaging me. I'm minding my own business. Say, hey, you know who you need to get on the show,
right?
And I say the same thing I've been saying to you for 10 years. I say, hey man, tell them to tell you, bro. Don't tell me. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, needs no introduction. One of my favorite people on the planet, believe it or not, and one of the biggest comedians to exist. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Baker.
Hey!
What's up,
What up, Tony? I love it.
My man was jumping the gun, man. Like, shh, be quiet. Stay in the basement.
Stay in the basement,
man. Don't you come out here early.
Like Soul Food. What was the uncle who came in with the money at the end?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name. Uncle Pete. I think it's Uncle Pete. He came in at the very end. We're like, bro, if you came a little sooner, before Grandma lost his house. Anyway, I want to say the super chats are wide open. Ladies and gentlemen, please contribute to the show. Super chats, we will put you up on the screen as soon as the super chats come through. This is what I forgot to tell you. For super chats, this happens often. For super chats that are outrageous, that are like over $40, we have our special guest give a award style speech as a thank you to the super chat. But they pick the award show. It might be country music, it might be MTV, BET, whatever. And for super chats that are $20 or more, we will give you our favorite movie moments or quotes from any type of movie. And let's just get it started, man. The movie today is Back to the Future. Part 1.
God, yes.
Give it to us, Lawrence.
All right. So Back to the Future is the story of Marty McFly and his friend Doc Brown, who invents a time machine, and Marty accidentally, inadvertently gets sent to 1955, and hilarity ensues. That's it.
That's
as simple as that.
That's a solid fact.
And he's got to get back to the future.
Now, here's the thing. Before we continue, A. Harris 82, $10 super chat from last week's episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you, A. Harris. Appreciate
that. Man, this movie, let me tell you something. I haven't seen this movie in years, but it's one of my favorite movies. Part 2 is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite.
Interesting.
But you can't have part 2 without part 1.
Yeah, this is integral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now tell me why this is one of your favorite movies.
So it came out in 1985, the summer of 1985. This movie combined with Ghostbusters, these two movies, I saw them both in theaters, and these were the moments where it hit me that I love movies. That's when I was just like, Ghostbusters blew me away, but I was still just like, man, that was crazy. But when I watched Back to the Future in theaters, I was just like, man, I love this.
Yeah.
And so that was the moment, because every movie that I think about earlier than those times, it was stuff I was seeing at home or on TV. Like, when I would go to the movie theater when I was young, like I saw Gremlins, but it scared me. I saw I saw Return of the Jedi, but I was still just trying to get my brain together on stuff. But Back to the Future and Ghostbusters was when, so now I'm like 8 when that came out. So now I'm like fully taking in the whole everything. The story, the reaction of the crowd, the sound in the theater. It was just like, and the way it went off, and the music, the soundtrack, that's when everything came together. And I was just like, movies is me.
Let me tell you why you call her Mama. I call her Mama Bake. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Let me tell you why Mama Bake is dope. You said at 8, you in the theater, you realize it. What you don't know is that's when you were behaved well enough to be taken out in public to watch these movies.
They were taking me from the jump.
Early on?
My mom told me they took me to see Alien, the
That's
first one.
crazy.
No, my mom was that same way too.
Yeah.
What?
I was
Yeah, like,
always in the movie theater.
I saw like Chainsaw Massacre when I was way too young, and that's why I don't mess with scary movies now. I think
That's a
Got you,
CPS
really.
case.
Yeah.
it's my mom. It's my mom.
Wow.
I'm like, no, oh yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, I don't
watching
know.
wild stuff in the 80s.
Yeah, that's the thing. The 80s
Yeah.
is like, there was no rules.
Yeah.
There were no rules.
Whatever we went to, we just took it. And
Yeah,
so
man.
I was always in that movie theater.
It's a wild time to be a kid.
The only movie that I could say my mom was irresponsible, and I know she's watching it. Respectfully, Mom, I love you. Only one that I can say was irresponsible was her taking me to see Soul Food because of the scene with Faith.
Mm.
See, that's light work.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so uncomfortable. We all mama's boys, bro. So when you see a movie like that with your mama and it's a scene, you're like,
That's light work, dog.
That's
nothing.
light?
Yes. I saw RoboCop.
RoboCop, yeah.
I seen like
RoboCop is crazy.
full nudity and some, you know what I'm saying? The aliens busting out their chests and you tripping on.
yeah.
Faye, him and Faye kissing
I'm glad you said that.
It wasn't even full smash.
We're gonna get to something. We're gonna get to something in this movie. First, Marty McFly, played by the legendary Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Amazing. However, he was not the first Marty McFly. Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz.
He shot the majority of the film.
Yeah. They're like,
he was in there. This wasn't
nah.
like we will go with him. They was like, this ain't working.
Yeah.
Right. This ain't working.
Eric, can we talk to you there for a second? Can you imagine? First of all, we all know that he got fired.
Yeah.
But can you understand how that must feel for everybody to know that he got fired because he wasn't good?
Yeah.
That's gotta be awkward, bro.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm gonna hit you with another one. Crispin Glover, the father, George McFly, wasn't in part 2 or 3.
Yeah.
No.
He was actually replaced by somebody else and they used the prosthetic. He sued them and won.
Mm-hmm.
$750,000.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Jennifer was recast.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was recast because she had to take care of her mom. But Elizabeth Shue came in for part 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Shue, that's my Jennifer, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm not mad at that.
That's my Jennifer, bro.
Like, I didn't even notice it at the time. No! Like, when I saw Back to the Future 2, I was just like, yeah, Jennifer. I'm like, wait, it wasn't Elizabeth Shue the whole time?
No.
Because I remembered her from Adventures in Babysitting. Yeah. But it was like I never remembered Jennifer just never stuck with me anyway.
Yeah.
But it is a really good recast, though.
It is.
Because that's the whole thing where it's like, sometimes they do it and then you're just like, what?
Yeah.
But that was actually like, it was expertly done.
Like Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2, when they recast, who did they recast in Mortal Kombat Annihilation? They recast somebody and I was like, what? It was like horrible. Yeah. Anyway, the movie starts out, Marty McFly goes to Doc Brown's house. Yeah. Right? I'm already seeing an issue because the first thing I see in the corner is plutonium.
Yeah.
After they've said on the news.
Under the bed.
Under the bed, bro. Yeah. This is plutonium at the end of the day. They say, hey, these Libyan refugees stole some plutonium.
Yes.
And somebody might have been involved. We're trying to figure out if it was whatever. And you see the plutonium right there. Yes. So off top, you see Doc Brown is involved in a theft. Right? Marty calls Doc. He's like, hey, I'm not here, but come meet me tonight.
Yeah.
At the mall at 1 a.m.
Right.
This boy's 17 years old.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Marty McFly goes to school. He's late. I'm already kind of mad at Marty because even if Doc's clocks are late, you left the house, bro. You didn't see what time it was when you left the house.
Right. Hey. He wanted to be late. He's always late, though. They established that. This is your fifth tardy. The principal's looking for you.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah, he's late McGee.
He is.
Yeah.
Late McGee.
I can relate. I was late for this. So I am Marty McFly. I've been Marty McFly ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Marty
Can we go back for a second to Eric Stoltz?
Please.
We gotta go back to Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know who Eric Stoltz is, he was in Some Kind of Wonderful. He was in Mask with Cher.
Yeah.
And he was in Pulp Fiction. He was a dude there that I think he put the needle in Uma Thurman's chest in the Revive. So when you look at Eric Stoltz, you could kind of see him and Michael J. Fox looking similar.
Yes.
They got the square heads. You know, Eric Stoltz was the redhead. They got the square heads, you know what I'm saying?
You can't say stuff like you didn't just say stuff.
They got the square, you know what I'm saying?
Keep going.
They kind of look like they could be brothers in something else.
Yeah. They definitely are type.
So when you look at, because you can go back and look at the footage of Eric in the same scenes, and it was just like he was playing it too straight, too serious. And that was the whole dynamic. It wasn't like he couldn't act.
Yeah.
The tone just didn't match.
Right.
And so they paid him out because they wanted Michael from the jump.
From the beginning,
he was doing Family Ties. And so he was doubling up.
Yeah.
He was shooting back to back.
Yeah.
No days off.
None.
He was sleeping just where he could get it. And it was just like, that's crazy.
But that's what you want. Like when you act, you know how it is, bro. You do a million shows a year.
Right.
And they say, hey, Tony, let me tell you something, man. We're doing this project for Fox.
Right.
We need you to come. You've already signed a contract for these dates.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I just gotta figure it out.
Right.
Because if you don't do the busy work now, when you got time, they don't want you anymore.
Exactly.
So he did it at the perfect time. Michael J. Fox, you gotta strike while iron's hot, bro. Eric Stoltz, though, it was a different tone.
Yeah.
Would have been a completely different movie.
100.
Especially with every other character.
It probably wouldn't have been as big as it was if Eric was the lead.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Because when we look back at it, we think no matter who was in it, it was going to be this huge movie. Yeah. But Eric might have changed the whole aesthetic.
I disagree. Like, I think it had to be Michael J.
Yeah,
Fox.
Michael J. Fox
and I think that's why it happened the way it did, because they're just like, dude, like, this is who we wanted.
Yeah.
And like we tried something else and it didn't work. And everybody, that is the most messed up part, is like everybody's like, this is not working for real. And like the studio's like, yeah, we'll spend extra money.
And then they spent the extra money for the reshoot.
Yeah, exactly. We'll spend the extra money.
Christopher Lloyd had to come back in.
And it was a lot of money too. It wasn't even like,
Christopher Lloyd, also perfect casting for Doc Brown.
Oh my God.
When he added, I'm watching this movie earlier this morning, and I'm like, just look at the nuances, bro.
Yeah.
Look at the
Christopher Lloyd was fantastic.
Yes,
in this movie.
love Christopher Lloyd. He's one of my favorites. Angels at Outfield, Taxi, I can go on.
Roger Rabbit.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Fester.
Fester?
Clue is one of my, boy, let me tell you something now.
Clue.
That's one of my favorite movies, man.
Christopher Lloyd's resume is crazy.
It is.
Yes.
And Taxi, the TV show.
Yeah,
that was my intro to him.
Yeah.
So now fast forward, we're being introduced to the characters. We see Marty McFly's family.
Right.
We see his mother is on that sauce.
Yeah.
Shit, that sauce bad. Because you can see she's unhappy.
Yeah.
You're right?
Yep.
You see his father is escaping through television.
Yeah.
He's unhappy where he is in life.
He
He's
don't want to
disconnected.
face nothing.
Don't want to face nothing.
Yeah.
Just escaping his life, right?
Mm-hmm.
The scene starts off with Biff totaling George's car.
Yes.
And blaming George.
Yep.
Right?
No remorse.
The car that Marty was going to use to take his girlfriend out the next night.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad says, hey, man, I just don't like confrontation.
Yeah.
Right? This sticks with Marty because he's like, man, just stand up to this dude.
Right.
This is all planting seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The sister she ain't got no hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's very unconfident in herself. The brother's working at a burger spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to Marty going to sleep. He wakes up. Oh, I got to meet Doc, right? Goes to the mall, 1 a.m. to meet Doc.
Yeah.
Doc pulls up with the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Einstein is there. And now we see that this is a time machine.
Yeah.
The funniest part is that the Libyans came and he's like, oh, I don't know how they found me, but they found me. And he's like, what? And it's like Scramble City.
Yeah.
Now the Libyans kill Doc Brown.
Right.
Yeah.
Marty gets in the car because he's already shown him this experiment.
Yeah.
The date of 1955 is already set.
Right.
Marty goes back to the past.
Yes.
I'm looking at this movie and I say, first of all, thank you. Thank you for choosing this movie.
Yeah.
Because, of course, it's one of my favorites, but to watch it with these fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it holds up.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Back to the Future holds up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tough.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like, even the graphics.
Yeah.
The
special
graphics
effects
hold up. Which one?
The fire streaks.
Yeah, the fire. Yeah, that's
iconic, man.
Yeah, but they don't.
Like when you see that, DeLorean disappear as they're standing there, that's iconic.
It is iconic. I agree with you on that.
But then and this is only jumping ahead to say there's one special effect. The only one that doesn't hold up.
Yes, I already know.
Is at the very end when he's looking at his hand.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not good. But it was the 80s.
It was the 80s.
I can't be mad at
it.
It
was 84, man, when they were putting it together.
Oh, man.
And only thing, too, Marty is clearly standing in the flame.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? Yeah.
He should be on fire right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Nobody said anything.
But it's iconic, though.
Listen, it's time travel fire.
we don't know nothing about that.
Maybe it doesn't burn. Maybe it doesn't burn like that. You know what I mean?
So now we're in 1955. Marty's scrambling. He's seeing everything is different. This is 30 years in the past. And he has to find Doc Brown.
Yeah.
He finds Doc Brown. Doc Brown looks the exact same.
Yeah. He did.
He didn't age.
His hair was a little bit less white. That was it.
And I had to look it up. I was like, I Googled, how old was he supposed to be in 55? He was supposed to be 35 years old.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
he's 65 and 85.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, but he looks the exact same.
And Christopher Lloyd, I think at that time was actually like in his mid-40s.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
That sounds about
Which
right.
is crazy because like he doesn't look like he's in his mid-40s.
He doesn't.
No.
You know, but I know they used makeup to make him look older.
Yeah.
But
not a lot.
Yeah.
Not
a lot.
I love Christopher Lloyd. So now we're getting things going. He's like, all right, man, well, do me a favor. Stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Don't affect anybody. Have you come in contact with anybody?
That's when he was busy, dog.
Yeah.
As soon as you got to 1985, he was in the mix.
Yeah.
He running in the bed.
1950.
His dad. He's just all over the place before he even gets to Doc.
Man.
He was in the 1955
in the mix.
Mix.
Look. Inspiring the mayor.
Bro.
He fumbled everything, man. He met his mom. His mom trying to smash. Man. All this happened in the afternoon. Mom wanted his sack and his shaft.
In the
afternoon. I'm like, man, you talk about busy.
His sack and his shaft all in the afternoon.
Man, she was in the room while he in there in his drawers like, hey, come on, man. How thirsty are you?
Bro, it was the complete opposite of what she told him about his girlfriend. She was like, I've never parked. You shouldn't do this as a young girl.
Typical parental hypocrisy.
Come on, man.
Right.
The hypocrisy be real. So, which... Side note for the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of parents do that so you don't become like a teen parent and hooked on drugs.
Yeah.
And as soon as you come 21, they're like, all right, look, I'm a hoe too. You know,
I've been holding this in
whole time
because I want to keep y'all on the straight and
know
narrow.
So, also, very important part, we see his father is a peeping Tom, bro.
Yeah.
He got the binoculars spying on the mom.
Hard. You know how hard you get to care less. You in the tree branch with the binoculars. All she got to do is look over.
Once.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. That's a felony. I don't know. It should be if it's not already.
He said it should be if it's not already.
He didn't care who saw him in the community, who was walking down the street.
True.
Like, I'm looking at this woman take her bra off. Brazier back then. Yeah, that was a Brazier he was watching.
Listen.
Anthony Baker.
That was a Brazier.
Brazier.
She was just perfectly in there with the Brazier panty set. And he was like, binoculars. Wild.
Leaves are falling. He don't care about nothing happening around him, bro.
He went from getting punked by Biff.
Yeah.
I gotta go see what's her name change clothes. Marty chasing him down. He's like, oh, here's his bike. Oh, he in the tree branch.
How do you even schedule knowing when a girl is about to get changed? Because he left in a hurry.
You case the joint
to go.
You know her schedule. Yeah.
And then he slid out of there.
It's a full-on stalker situation.
That's hilarious, dog.
So when I see all of this happening, I'm like, man, this is such a great movie. And I'm only 20, 30 minutes in.
It's fast-paced.
Right. Super fast-paced.
Yeah.
So now, Doc has him in school. He's like, all right, so you got to make sure that your parents fall in love somehow.
Yeah.
Every time he's about to get him to get introduced to the mom, here come Biff.
Yeah.
Biff is ruining everything.
Yeah.
And shout out to Biff, man.
Yeah.
Because all of these are young actors.
Right.
Yeah.
And fast forward to present day when they're playing older.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't play old unbelievably.
I agree.
They played it so like, oh, I believe that Leah is old. I believe that Crispin is old. Like they did it perfectly and perfect to be actual teenagers.
Right.
For sure.
So now, and this is what I respect about Crispin Glover. It's the little things, bro.
Yeah.
So Marty is like, hey, what's up, Lorraine? This is my boy. And she's like, hi, Calvin Klein. Right? And Crispin Glover's like, and fades away.
Yeah.
He's not making a big fuss of it. He's like, all right, she like him. I'm going to get up out of here.
Right.
Each time.
Typical George McFly.
Yes, bro.
I'm not even going to compete. I slide off.
Because I don't like confrontation.
Exactly.
Oh, this is so much of a great. So, so all of these things begin to happen.
Yeah.
Now Doc is coming up with a plan. Like, all right, how can I get you back to the future? Back to the future. A lightning bolt happens next week, next Saturday. So just stay out of trouble until then.
Marty had to figure that out. because he had the paperclip already written on the other side of the head. Because he was like, "Yo, we need the gigawatts," and he's like, "What's a gigawatt, man? We're not gonna be able to harness that kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? We would need like a bolt of lightning." Right. And Marty's like, "What'd you say? A bolt of lightning?" He was like, "Ooh." The clock tower gets struck at this time, and Doc is like, "Oh, here we go. We know when it's gonna happen. The exact moment. This is perfect." Yeah. And I love the fact that it didn't take long for Marty to convince Doc Brown that he was from the future, and then he built a time machine. He was like, "Look, this. You say you fell and hit your head, and this, that, and then he brings him in, and then it's just like, and this, and you drew this, and then he goes to show him the DeLorean, and it's just like, I'm in now. Yeah, you ain't got to prove nothing else to me.
I love that
because I hate movies where it's like it's drawn out how the person has to believe the other person, but not with this. It was like, and then Doc Brown was like, "It worked.
Yeah,
boom." We all in.
Flux capacitor gets seen in the DeLorean. Yes. This is what I love about time travel films. First of all, this is the one that did it the best until Endgame tried to like dispel everything.
Right.
But have you ever thought about what you would say to somebody that you loved if you were ever able to go like back to the past to prove to them that you are like, you know them?
Yeah.
I told Tangerine, I was like, if I was ever in the past and I ran into you, let's say you were 15 or 16, I would tell you a moment that only you would know that happened in your life, and hopefully that will be enough to do it. What would your thing be?
Oh man, that's tough. Okay, like let's say I was talking to my mom, right? And so I would bring up a ghost story she told me about her Aunt Mary. Like, remember that time you was at the bus stop and it was a man following you, and then you saw like some glow on the bottom by the sidewalk walking next to you, and then that dude ran off.
Wow.
And you said you never really fully looked down, but it just looked like the bottom of the nightgown Aunt Mary always wore. And so I would tell her that story to convince.
I look, you want to dive into the story a little bit.
I'm like, that sounds crazy.
After show.
Right. Okay. So that's the story I would use.
That's amazing. You got one?
No, I have no idea. Like they would not believe me. They would just be like, "Man, you out here talking crazy from the future." I don't even know. I guess it would depend on who, obviously, but I can't even think off the top. Like, I don't know.
Hopefully, what about for you though? Hopefully, my mom, if it was my mom, that she would look at my face and be like, "You look familiar."
See, you know what I mean? And I think that could happen for me, where I do have a face where like my face hasn't changed that much, but
I do look like my mom too. So I don't know if that would, you know what I'm saying? But still, you still wouldn't believe it. Like if I go back far enough to where I didn't exist, then she'd be like, "Nah, watch out." But then she might be like, "Well, you know what I'm saying? He kind of favors me a little bit. I don't know." But I wouldn't even think about using that approach, because if I'm talking to you and you don't see it right away, they'll be like, "All right, she don't recognize me." Aunt Mary. The ghost of Aunt Mary.
You know I feel like I would have to maybe try to like dip on some history events, like historic events. Like, I might remember something where I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna happen tomorrow. Watch." You know, maybe
you would have to wait another day though.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Good point. Yeah, that's a boring movie.
Yeah. Watch tomorrow. This is gonna happen. Watch, and then you gotta wait. I told you. Then they'd be like,
and they probably wouldn't believe you.
Something major though.
Yeah, I know. Right?
You have to go back to the JFK assassination. Watch, the president's gonna get assassinated.
I'm not even gonna mess with
that. Then you're getting arrested.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be like, I'm not even gonna mess with that one.
You got something involved. You're like,
that's true. But if it's somebody black you talking to, they're not gonna tell the cops.
That's a good point.
But if they white, they definitely gonna call the authorities.
And why are you talking to somebody white? Back in the early 70s, you understand me?
That's the best part of Back to the Future, where it's like that whole, like that aspect, like everybody was cool, like, you know, oh boy, like this conversation that the guy is having at the diner, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like that would not actually happen in 1955.
But I like it in the movie. Shy away from the racism though.
That's true.
Because the
dude working at the diner, a colored mayor, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's real.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And then you know, some other racism that popped up at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they keeping it. They're not keeping it too fluffy.
Right.
Yeah. So, and as the movie continues on, we finally get Marty to go to the dance with Lorraine. Yeah. He's devised the plan. He's like, all right, I'm gonna be in the car with her. Yeah. You come up. I'm being appropriate. Yeah. You hit me in the stomach. Right. He's telling him where to hit him. Like, don't hit me in the face. Yeah. Hit me in the stomach. I'm gonna fall over. You get the girl. Yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. Except Biff shows up, takes Marty out the car. Marty's away from the whole situation. Yeah. Biff is physically trying to abscond with her innocence, is what we'll say for the internet.
Yeah.
And
that should be the new thing.
Physically abscond with her innocence. I love that. With her innocence. Abscond with innocence. Yeah. So now George is in the dance and he's like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
He gets to the car. He sees his Biff and he's like, oh, I thought it was going to be Marty.
Yeah.
Now he's getting bullied. His arm is getting twisted.
Yep.
And he's not going to defend himself until Biff pushes down Lorraine.
Yes.
Now he's like, oh, bam, knocks him out. After he knocks him out, he gets Lorraine's hand.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
Yeah.
Right.
Marty's in the trunk. So your part.
Yeah.
He's in the trunk of the band.
Yeah.
Black guys, the white boys. Billy Zane is one of the guys.
Yeah.
Casey Simasco is another one who's a Young Gun.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Touché.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm.
I love seeing like when when big actors play these bit parts. And you're like, who knew?
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane, bro. But The Phantom, Titanic, so many films.
Demon Knight.
Bro, Demon Knight is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. I don't remember Demon Knight. I saw it once. I don't remember it though.
Oh, Demon Knight is so well done.
Yeah.
I got this beef with Jada Pinkett. But outside of that beef, because she be hurting people in every movie, breaking their hearts, bro. She broke Lorenz Tate's heart in Inkwell, and I have never forgiven her.
Yeah.
Never forgiven her,
She ain't break
bro.
nobody's heart in Low Down Dirty Shame.
Touche.
That's my favorite performance from her.
Really?
To this day.
It's very Keke Palmer-ish in Nope.
I love
They're similar performances,
Peaches, man.
Yeah, Peaches is great.
Yeah.
I watched that movie about 2 weeks ago.
She was a great
Discord.
time in that joint.
The movie night.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett was fire in that.
Yeah.
Keenan Ivory Wayans didn't get a fair shake in that movie because that was around the time of Living Color. And people just wanted to see him in comedy compared to what he was offering, which was gold. Nowadays, people still try to typecast you, but you can do so many things that people can't just put you in a box.
Right.
People got over it a little bit.
Yeah, man.
But back then it was really
was
strong.
great.
Like they're like, this is what you do, and that's all we want to see.
Yeah. So now, Marty's parents are together.
Yeah.
They finally kiss. His brothers and sisters are restored in the picture. He's restored. He's playing the music, does the solo.
Right.
And now it's time for him to get to the clock tower.
Yes.
Gets to the clock tower. Doc is having some ruckus. Tears up the note warning him about the gunshots.
Yeah.
Without all the hullabaloo, he gets back to the future.
Yes.
Right? I love this movie for so many reasons. One, the nostalgia. Two, the story. There were no plot holes.
Yeah. Right.
Everything got solved.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the villain of the movie?
Yeah. I take it it's not going to be Biff. I take it it's not going to be Biff.
Who's the real villain?
Or the Libyans.
You would think that the villains of the movie would be the Libyans. Biff 10. But the villain of Back to the Future 1 was Doc Brown.
Really?
Doc Brown was the villain, bro. From the very beginning, he had that plutonium. Okay? He committed this crime. Number 2, he tells this 17-year-old boy, hey, meet me at the mall at 1 a.m.
Right.
Hey, man, I don't even see you be around his parents. I don't even know if it's cool for him to hang out with you.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Little inappropriate. Nowadays, we play video games. We stream with people.
Right.
I can be friends with an 11-year-old boy online.
Right.
This is 84.
You're getting on the sticks.
You get
It still, listen, it still sounds crazy when you say it out loud, though. I can be friends with an 11-year-old boy online.
17-year-old. Meet me at the mall at 1 a.m.
Didn't say have your mom bring you.
No.
Yeah. You solo. Meet me at the mall, right?
Yeah.
It sounds wholesome though.
It
Like,
sounds
you meet me
so
at the mall parking lot, but it's the parking lot.
And it's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
So
17.
He's 17 years old. The first test for the time machine, he uses Einstein the dog instead of himself. Now, somebody who I love dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you thought it was appropriate to send this dog into an untested situation where he could possibly be gone from us? All right. That's number 2 villain move.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Doc comes at the very end of the movie with this truck. I mean, he stops Marty from even being able to drive his truck because he's like, hey, Marty, before you get comfortable, I got to talk to y'all about your kids. You've just ruined our future because you didn't even know if I wanted to know I would end up with this girl and have kids, but you telling me I got to save some future event before it even happens. Now let's go right back to the immediate past. If you hadn't invented this time machine, I would not be in this situation where I had to rewrite my family's history.
Right.
What if I liked how my life was? Yeah, my parents was messed up, but he was doing good. Okay.
Right.
Doc Brown is the villain of Back to the Future.
I mean, that's fair. It's hard to argue.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why Doc Brown's a hero.
Let's hear it.
Oh.
If he instilled that plutonium,
Uh-huh.
the Libyans would have made a bomb with it.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Shade.
I like what you're doing.
I feel like and don't get me wrong, I don't know how the Libyans gonna make a bomb with it. Because I'm sure there's a story somewhere where Doc Brown convinced them that he can make a bomb if we steal this plutonium. But let's say they wanted to do that anyway. If it wasn't Doc Brown, it would have been somebody else that might have actually made the bomb.
He saved lives.
He did save lives.
He actually improved the lives of Marty's family.
All heroes don't wear capes.
Yeah. He did improve the lives of Marty's family because Marty was able to go back in time on accident. But without the time machine, George would have never got the courage.
Yeah, absolutely.
The family would have just been in shambles still.
It would have.
And I do love, okay, so that brings us to the next segment. Here we don't have the Oscars, we have the Zellies. Denzel Washington Award.
Yeah.
Who is the most important character that you feel like deserves the Zelly in this movie?
Doc Brown.
Whew. Okay. Standing on business. All right.
Doc Brown, man.
Keep going.
Just based on performance, right?
Yeah.
Because the way he played Doc Brown was just pure excellence. It was. I felt like he was really a mad scientist.
Yeah.
In that film, from top to bottom, you know, his voice, his reactions, everything was just, the dynamic between him and Marty was fantastic.
It was.
And it was just like, and you could see the difference, the subtle differences in how he was when he was old. He was a little bit more manic and just like, Marty, this, you know what I'm saying? But when he went back in time, he was a little bit more calmer and nuanced because he didn't have 30 extra years of just like failed experiments and like, you know, stuff in his head plaguing him. So now he's a little bit more calm and chill. You get to see him in like when Lorraine comes to Doc Brown's house and he's just like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? You see him processing like, yo, you interacting, you messing up the timeline, and he just playing it cool. He just like, you know, and then those moments when they setting up the situation at the clock tower and the cop rolls up and he's just like, oh yeah, you know, just got my weather experiments. It's just like, you know, I got a permit. You know, he's just like real calm. And just like you see those different nuances with Doc. All throughout the picture, old and young.
Yes.
So, and he's instrumental to the whole piece. Like, without his time machine, we don't have the story.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna give it to Doc Brown and the great Scott and the Marty, his voice and just all that. I'm gonna give it to Doc.
Man, I love Christopher Lloyd. I love that argument for the Zelly. Who are you giving it to?
I would have to say the same. Like Christopher Lloyd is who, like, I feel like this movie doesn't work without him. And don't get me wrong, you need Michael J. Fox too.
For sure.
Yes.
But
1000%.
But I think that like the way that Christopher Lloyd moves things through the movie, like part, you know, we were just talking about how quick the pace is.
Yeah.
And I feel like a big part of that is Christopher Lloyd's performance, where it's like it has an energy to it that makes it feel like, okay, everything has to be moving.
Right.
We have a super chat. Go ahead and go to it, Alex.
$100.
First of all. Wow.
Thank you so much. Man.
Says, glad to support CT. Wanted to say that Tony's strength and perseverance has continued to inspire me.
Oh, wow.
Love that.
Okay.
So you know what this means. You got to give her the thank you speech. What style of award show speech would you like, Sweets? Give it to us. Tell us that. And while you're telling us that, I'll tell you I'm giving the Zelly to. The Zelly of this movie goes to George McFly.
George McFly.
Let me tell you something. The greatest character growth in the movie.
Without
he did
question.
not end the way he began.
For sure.
So when the movie began, he's this, you know, this super unconfident, insecure dude. He's unhappy with his life. He's trying to zone out and escape with these TV shows. He's not paying attention to his family because when you are the father, you're the leader.
Right.
So his son working at the burger spot, not that there's anything wrong with that. You're going to make a living at the burger spot. But his son is clearly destined for greater things than this. He's still living at the crib, right? His daughter doesn't have confidence because she hasn't met any type of man. His lady is super on that sauce because she is so detached from everything around her.
Right.
He's not giving her the love and affection that she deserves. Source Award since Tony likes hip hop.
Oh, wow.
But I'm gonna finish this point.
Okay.
So and George McFly finds his courage. Fights for the woman that he loves.
Right.
And in him fighting for the woman he loves, he turns Biff being his boss in the future
Yeah.
to him being Biff's boss in the future.
For sure.
Being one of the clients because, Biff's got the waxing business.
Yeah.
And then when he comes in at the end of the movie, he's standing up straight, chest out.
Cool.
He's playing tennis with his lady.
Yeah.
Got the suit jacket with the polo on.
Right?
You
Come
Come
the
on.
wardrobe.
The son is in a suit now because he's at the office. He's
Right.
working differently. His daughter has super confidence. She has a lot of gentleman callers.
Yeah.
And now he's been making enough money. He's a best-selling author.
Yeah.
And he's got his son, that dream truck he always wanted.
Yeah.
This is the character growth. And he
For
wouldn't
sure.
have had that had he never stood up for himself.
Yeah.
So George McFly.
George McFly
Yeah,
definitely had the
absolutely.
biggest arc for sure.
No question.
100%.
Crispin Glover deserved that. So
Yeah.
give your source speech style thank you to
Oh
Sweets.
man. It's the Source Awards. I figure it's that one, the infamous one. Hey, man. Oh, listen, y'all. I appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just had a fantastic year, coming out of Chicago. Chicago don't get a lot of love on the hip hop scene like that. So, we just trying to put on for the city. And, we out here, we got Common out here. It's me, you know what I'm saying? Twister. But I feel like, we putting on for the city. I know we in New York right now, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, Chicago got something to say too, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
I love it. The South got something to say speech. That's
for
classic.
sure. The South got something to say.
Dude,
fire.
that was
incredible.
such a moment.
That was such a moment, bro. I will say now the supporting.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes doesn't get his just due.
Yeah.
Who are you giving the supporting role, the Wesley, to in this film?
You made a great case for George.
No. That's the right answer.
You made a great case for George.
That's the right
It
answer.
has to be because initially I've been like Biff.
Biff was great.
But Biff really got his time to shine in part 2.
Come on
Right.
now.
I agree.
Come
100%.
The acting Thomas F. Wilson was doing in these Back to the Future movies was crazy. Even in the third one, he was damn near unrecognizable
I
as
agree.
Mad Dog Tanner.
I agree.
He was.
I agree. But this one was playing against himself
Man,
in 2.
it was just
It
like
was amazing. Yeah.
Thomas F. Wilson was fantastic in these movies. But y'all got to give it to George now because you know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, you see George go through all of these different things to become the man he ends up becoming after all of that. And so he played it perfectly.
Yeah.
And so got to give it to George McFly.
I love it. Who you giving it to?
I was going to give it to Crispin Glover before your speech.
Okay.
Because I just felt like, he's highly underrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, this is one of these people where, there are rumors that he might be a little tougher to work with.
Crispin?
Oh, yeah. He's eccentric for sure.
Yeah.
Very
And so it's like, that's why we don't get to see him enough.
Right.
But he's so good.
So good.
So good. So I would definitely give it to Crispin. I would love to see him in more stuff.
I love that. I'm going to give the Wesley to Marty McFly.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why. Marty McFly did something that all of us, well, I can't speak for everybody, but as guys who are close with their mother, when you hear somebody's wronged your mom as a boy, you're like, even as a man, you like, I want to handle this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So for Marty to go back in time and to be able to talk to his parents, like, oh my God, this is what you need to do, because he's always been the one who had the confidence.
Right.
So he's trying to talk the confidence into his father.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell his mother how to not be fast.
Yeah.
And to have
You
morals.
need to chill out,
You need
man.
to chill.
She was trying to get the buns
100%.
immediately.
And it was like,
She's like, there's
why
a
did she
boy in
take
the
his
bedroom?
pants off?
Yeah.
She tried to lift the covers up.
Yeah. And then go get mad at him. Oh, put your pants on. My mom's coming. He's like, I'm trying to put my pants on.
I didn't
You
take
my
them
mama,
off.
right? And
She
then
was wild, though.
Yeah,
on
she
top of that, he, as a character in this film, was a Ferris Bueller, Zach Morris type for
sure.
this movie. And I love that character trope, bro. That's my favorite character trope.
Absolutely.
I
So-
wanted to be him in this movie.
Of
I
course.
thought he was the coolest cat I've ever seen.
Yeah, man.
The Nikes, the jeans, the vest,
Yep.
the skateboard.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Marty McFly.
Hopping on the back of cars with
Yeah.
the skateboard.
I thought he
Absolutely.
was the coolest.
Yeah.
I was like, Man, I'm all in, man. Tony J. Fox, henceforth.
Henceforth is crazy.
Because I love the fact that Marty he wasn't like his family.
Right.
Like if his older brother went back in time, he wouldn't have been able to. He wouldn't have had the guts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He'd have been like his pops. He'd been like, oh no, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Marty had to be the one to go.
Yeah,
because the daughter would have just been like, I don't know what to do here. But Marty was like, nah, man.
Right.
Stop being scared, man.
Right.
You calling yellow a chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right. So
that's what parts. So here's the problem, Tony. First of all, everybody is watching. We're gonna do the after show. A lot of questions that were asked on the Patreon will be answered by Tony if you would like to, and if you are able to join the Patreon, it's patreon.com/CTisDOPE. The only place you can watch the after show. In the meantime, you have to come back because there are so many other films on this list. But when I saw Back to the Future, I say, we got, because part 2 is such my joint.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't get to part 2 without giving love to the GOAT, which is part 1.
Yeah. For sure.
How many Eddie Murphys would you give this movie? Out of 5, we got the rating system.
Yes.
Out of 5 Eddie Murphys, how many and which Eddie Murphys?
I'm giving it 5 Eddie Murphys.
Woo!
To me, it's a perfect film.
Okay.
It holds up. It changed my whole outlook on movies. It just blew my head off. I've seen it so many times. The score is amazing.
Yeah.
The performances.
Huey Lewis.
The score is just fantastic.
Yeah.
That music is just so exciting.
Yeah.
And like the climax is just so like edge of your seat. When Doc Brown is trying to get the chord together, everything's going wrong. And Marty's down the street. He's trying to, there's so much going on. Like, Doc, I need you to know what happened to you. What? I can't hear you, Marty.
Right.
Go get in the car and then I'll just go back early and get him early. You know what I'm saying? So he got all this going.
Yeah.
He's trying to get the chords back together. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like the tension.
Yeah.
So you got a perfect climax, because a lot of movies fall off towards the end.
True.
Not Back to the Future.
Right.
And then even at the very, very end,
right.
it was just like, we're going to the future.
Right.
For real.
Right.
Oh my God. And we had to sit there and wait.
I know, that was hard.
It was just, everything was perfect top to bottom, from the score, the ensemble, the performances, the memorable characters, all the beats. Everything was just perfect. You felt like you were in 1955. You felt like you felt like you was in 85. And then when you go back to it, the film still looks amazing. It feels amazing. So I gotta give it the full 5.
Yeah.
I love it. I'll ask you this. There has been a lot of talk about the Zemeckis family not allowing it to be remade or redone.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I agreed with them.
Yeah.
But this movie, I feel like, I think I'd be open to seeing it be remade.
No.
I know it's a wild take.
No.
I think I'm open to seeing it be remade.
For what?
Why?
For what?
Only to see.
No.
Okay, put it like this. Nowadays, if you could recast one person in the movie, and there's only one person that you could recast in this movie, is Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Who do you think of today could fill in for Michael J. Fox in that movie?
Tom Holland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I say I'm open to it.
No, I'm still not open to it.
Because nobody can play Doc Brown. Except Doc Brown.
Just no.
What if they did a multiverse?
Multiverse?
Yeah, what if they did a multiverse Back to the Future?
Look, see, now you messing it up. I was on your side until you said multiverse.
Right. What if they do a multiverse and the Back to the Future kind of not remake, but, comes in contact with Michael J. Fox and Doc Brown?
No.
All right.
I think if you I honestly don't have a problem either. With it being remade.
No.
The only thing for me, the reason why I'm that, like, I'm one of these people where a remake doesn't diminish the originals to me. Right. And I know some people are like, no, like, it feels like it's like tainting the legacy of it somehow. It's like I don't believe that a remake is going to be better than the original.
No way.
And there's some people that are like, well, if it's not going to be better, then why would we even make it? Why
it's
would
pointless.
We make it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's pointless to do the remake.
What about a TV show?
If anything, it's like Rick and Morty is a play off of Back to the Future.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if anything, you would just need a series of Back to the Future. Not remake the movie.
No.
You would just have Doc and Marty just getting into random adventures with the time machine.
I love that, though.
I mean, they did that with the cartoon, right?
Yeah, Back to the Future cartoon.
That's the only thing I would accept. But
and
if you're just trying to be like,
cartoon's not as good as the movies either.
Get it out of here.
But
yeah,
I wouldn't mind a different take, because my whole thing is this: it just has to be like different times, right?
Yeah.
So like if you go like, there's something to be said about the idea of like, say, the past being like 1995.
Yeah.
Like that might be interesting, especially, and you know, who knows? It's like,
But no,
right? Hey, and that's okay. Like I'm not mad at it either. Hey,
we're 2025 now. We go back to 1985.
I'm not the one. Like I'm not gonna die on. We should remake Back to the Future Hill. I promise you that. Like,
be remade.
Yeah, look, like I'm over here trying to make sure they remake a Highlander. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a movie that's ripe for a remake. That would be super really
Highlander.
fun.
I'm all for.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a classic movie that I actually want remade.
Yeah.
The Warriors.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
Okay.
I want
agree.
the Warriors remade.
A Warriors
with
remake would
current
be
fight choreography.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Because the premise of that movie is perfect.
But just keep all the weird gangs.
Keep all the weird gangs, but just update the fight choreography.
Yeah,
we
man.
business.
That would be amazing. Could be like the Raid.
That's
like the Warriors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like one of the
So
few
cool.
classic movies where I'd be like, remake that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Because
Warriors
the premise is just outstanding.
Yeah, it's a little kitschy kind of movie.
Yeah.
And everything good.
Because
we should do that.
Because the
Warriors
only
is
movies that
wild.
can be
You're gonna,
remade are movies that weren't that good to begin with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's better to remake that.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like it's so old that it's like unrecognizable. Like Scarface is a remake.
Movies that you can mess around and feel like they could, the updating or like, you know, you could tell the story in a better way now than you could then. And that like, and this is what Back to the Future is like, dude. Like I was watching it, I'm like, it's amazing. Like just the way like the little things that happen in the background. Fire. It's so good.
It's just perfect,
It's
man.
just made really well.
You're just gonna piss people off if you do a remake. But you can make it a series.
Yeah.
I would love a series.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I will say this. First of all, everybody goes to this after show. CTisDOPE, patreon.com/CTisDOPE after show. Tony Baker's only existing there. I want to thank everybody for your super chats. I want to thank everybody for the comments and likes. If you are still watching, do me a favor. Hit that like on this video because the like shows it to more people on YouTube. And we're trying to get more people to see this show. Yeah, you have such a list. You're the first guest that sent me a list that I was like, ooh, I'm kind of interested in knowing even more of your list. Like, you know what I mean? Like you sent me 5 and I'm like, well, what your 15 look like? You know what I mean? Because it was so like, it was a hard choice.
It was a hard choice.
I was like,
that was tough.
Yeah, let's do that one. And then I was about to text you like, well, maybe we could, like, it was so many on the list that I'm like, I want to talk about these.
Right.
So when you come back, we're going to talk even more.
Okay.
Anyway, what's coming up for you, Lawrence? How can people find you?
At Mary Young on social media. And if you want to talk comics, come check me out on Fantastic Forum at fantasticforum.live every Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific.
Nice. Tony Baker, what's coming up for you, man? How can they find you?
Ball Brothers Tour is coming up, starts this month. We start in St. Louis on September 27th. 16 cities, me and Kevin on stage, and then we ended in Los Angeles in November. And it's a show. It's not just stand-up. It's us on stage together simultaneously, and it's very audience interactive. We have topics for the audience, and you guys come up on stage, and it's a very unique show, and y'all need to pull up and see it live. It's gonna be a different show every city, so it's never the same thing. So that's coming up. Man,
Yeah.
Gotta say, thank you for doing the show.
Oh yeah,
it's always great talking to you, dude.
Yes.
Very
I can talk
grateful.
movies
anytime.
Anytime, bro.
Anytime.
That's the greatness. Just Cheek, thank you so much. Brewster's Millions.
Brewster's Millions.
So with that said, man, I almost forgot my train of thought. Yeah, we about to go to the after show. So if you guys are able to come check it out, patreon.com/CTisDOPE. Thank you so much for everybody in the comments. If you drop a super chat in the comments, you'll be thanked next episode.
Yes.
Yes, man. Team CT all day.